please don't believe everything that you think because your brain lies to you every single day. And the scary part about it is most of us never stop to question it. I'm Dave Pender. I've spent the last 27 years in sales and sales leadership. And on this channel, I share practical ideas, mistakes I've made, and leadership blind spots that can make a real difference to the way you lead and sell. Now, earlier in my leadership career, at different stages, I believed pretty much every thought that went through my head. So if I thought I wasn't experienced enough, I assumed it was true. If I thought people wouldn't respect me, I assumed it was true. If I thought people around me were more capable than I was, I assumed it was true too. And the problem wasn't that those thoughts existed, right? That's just natural, that's human nature. The problem was I never questioned them. And because over time, the stories you keep repeating become the reality you start living, that's an issue. So if you keep telling yourself you're not good enough, eventually you'll start leading like you're not good enough. Your confidence will drop, you will hesitate more, you'll avoid difficult conversations, you'll play it safer than you should. And before long, that story inside your head has actually become the leader that everyone else experiences. And though I've been familiar with the concept for a while, a really excellent way of putting it that really struck me and has stayed with me since came from reading Mo Gawdat's book, Solve for Happy. He talks about giving that negative inner voice a name. His happened to be called Becky, and whenever Becky started feeding him stories that weren't serving him, he'd actually have a conversation with her and literally ask her, "Hey, Becky, give me a better thought." And you know what? She would, right? It sounds almost ridiculous, but it actually works and it's incredibly powerful because it reminds you that not every thought deserves to be believed. And one of the biggest leadership lessons I've learned is that your brain is brilliant at generating thoughts, but not all of them are true, right? So nowadays, when I notice one of these stories creeping in, and from time to time they still do, I ask myself three key questions. One, is it actually true? Two, what evidence do I have? And three, is believing this, is it going to help me become the leader that I want to be? And if the answer to that last question is no, why keep repeating it? So I remind myself of all the reasons I know that disprove that thought. And then I ask my brain for a better one. And no, I'm not telling you what my brain is called. Okay. One thing I've also started doing is writing down those thoughts and asking AI to challenge them. And look, as a side note, in my experience, AI by default and by design is often way too eager to coddle me, agree with me, reassure me. So I've programmed it not to do that and actually challenge me and be my critical friend. So when I talk to it, I'm asking it, what evidence might I be ignoring? What assumptions am I making? What's another explanation for this? Because I don't use AI to think for me, I use it as a critical friend that helps me to think better. Because here's what I've learned overall: just because you think something, it doesn't make it true. And the stories you repeat, they become the leader that you become. So choose them carefully. Let's go.